This week, we're talking about Josh Ward.
The Khalil Mack of country music. I mean, what?
Yeah. He is... when we were deciding on our list, I was like, I don't think I have that many songs saved by him. And then I went to my playlist, and I was like, oh, wait, no, I have like 14 songs saved by him on these playlists. And then when I played those 14, I was like, I don't know which 4 to cut out from my top 10 because they're all really freaking good. And then on top of that, he has more, obviously, good CDs. But those
and that was the thing.
songs.
When you were initially concerned about having enough saved, I was like, yeah, but his last 2 albums that came out, and they came out in the last couple of years, are really good, and I know that you listen to them in their entirety.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, you have to have at least a good chunk of those saved. Now he's got some old stuff that's really good.
Yeah, we were able to, and it was funny, this is the closest we've ever had to like the same top 10, where we both have the same number 1, and then we had 9 of the 10 same songs on the lists. So we only had 1 song difference between each other, and we're like, that's like the only time that's ever happened, because usually it's like, oh, I think we'll probably have the same 10, then we have like 3 that are the same.
Yeah. Often happens.
Yeah. So I don't know too much actually about Josh Ward himself. I know he has a daughter who just went to college because he posts about it on Instagram, but
I would say I know basically zero about him. I got into him several years ago, kind of around the same time, basically around the same time that I was just discovering this whole world of red dirt and Texas country.
Yeah, it was either Sent Me You or Hard Whiskey that I first heard.
Yeah,
I fell in love with those songs.
That was the same for me. Sent Me You was the first one I heard, and then Hard Whiskey immediately after. And I just started diving into his stuff, and I liked it, but I still didn't like it like tremendously until the second to most recent album that came out, and that one is when it like shot into the next level. I'm like, this dude is solid. I really like him. And then his album this year comes out, and it's again really fucking good. And I'm like, all right, this dude is great. I listened to him a pretty decent amount because I have a playlist that's just him.
Is he the last of the 4 Horsemen that we used to do?
Yes. So it's
Cody
him,
Jinks, Whitey Morgan,
and then I switched in Ward Davis, and then Josh Ward, and so that's just the playlist that I have that I play a lot.
Oh yeah, because you used to have it as Luke Combs, but
until
then that got taken out.
Until he died, or he's dead to me.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the fact, I don't know if we talked about it on this, but I know I texted you about it, how he took the old version of She Got the Best of Me off of Spotify and only has the new version on there now, and it bums me out so much because the new version sucks so much.
Such a disappointment.
Whereas the original is genuinely my favorite song by him, and it's genuinely one of my favorite songs, but now it doesn't exist anymore. And it makes me really sad.
And the way that they do the shit on him that bugs me more than anything is the fact that his voice is so great and it's powerful. And why would you ever do anything to like cover that up with post-production and shit? It's like, let the dude sing because his voice is tremendous. Why are you doing all this other shit? It makes absolutely no sense to me. Like, who's out there listening to a raw version of his voice and being like, let's definitely pile a bunch of shit on top of that so that you can't hear how good he can sing? Like, who wants that?
We need to improve this voice.
Yeah, who is fucking thinking that? It's nonsense.
Yeah, So Josh Ward is great. Is the summation of what
is
we're
the gist.
So let's just hop into his top 10 since he's one we haven't gotten to see yet. I don't think he tours outside of Texas, if I remember right.
Yeah, I certainly haven't seen him come around here because if he did, I would definitely be there.
Yeah.